We've been having an absolute blast hitting with these Marucci Pro Model bats. These things are just fantastic. If you've never hit with them, there's a reason these are the most popular bats in the MLB, and it's not just because the company is owned by a handful of these players. These things are legit, and they're really fun to hit with. They're just really smooth. They're all really well crafted. They're all handcrafted bats. They're bone rubbed. These are, if you're familiar with them, they have, you know, maybe 10 more models in this, and maybe even an unlimited amount with their custom site. But this is sort of, so from bottom to top, it's the Carlos Beltran bat, and then the Chase Utley bat, then Anthony Rizzo's, then Albert Pujols, and then Andrew McCutchen's bat. Each of them are a little bit different, and I thought I would just show you really quick what the differences are, just so you can get a feel for them. You can go to their website under their custom side, and you can actually you can customize almost anything on these bats by way of like color and what the knob looks like. But sort of the pro models, if you're going to buy those, which go anywhere from like $100 to maybe $150 a piece, and they're just sweet bats. But one quick way to differentiate at least these five are the different knobs. So if you look from right to left, you'll see that the one on the far left, which is McCutchen's bat, it has the biggest taper, or the fattest taper. And then you go to Albert Pujols' bat, which is a little bit smaller of a taper. And then Anthony Rizzo's bat, which is even the smallest of those three tapers, at least compared to the two traditional handles. So if you like that taper, you like a bigger hand, that bottom hand, just more girth, I guess, in the bottom hand, then you know it's going to be the Kutch or the AP5 or maybe even the Rizzo. But you get the idea that those things are, you know, quite helpful. You also find, but when it comes to barrel size, the Kutch and the AP5 are both they're both about the same size barrel. You'll find that again, they're really similar. All you're really looking at for changes here are the handles of the bat, or the knobs of the bat. When you get down to the Chase Utley and the Carlos Beltran bat, very similar knobs. In fact, the exact same knob. They have a traditional knob, so it feels exactly the same. And I don't know if we can tell here. In fact, it's so hard to tell that sometimes I have to look it up to remember. But I think it's the Chase Utley bat. That barrel is a little bit wider, and you can see as you look at this, it's hard to tell, but they are crafted such that I believe, again, it's the Chase Utley bat that has a little bit bigger. No, I'm sorry, it's the other way around. It's the Beltran bat. It has a little bit bigger barrel, and maybe you can tell that, but it's not a ton. When they start talking about these things, it's actually quite small. But there you go. This is sort of, I think, some of the best sellers, if not the best sellers, for the pro models of Marucci's bat, which they're just super fun to hit with. I mean, they're beautiful bats. You know, they're all handcrafted. They're all bone rubbed. You can get them in maple. You can get them in ash. And yeah, you just go to their site and you can choose how you kind of want it. You can customize them, get different color schemes, different knobs. They're just pretty bats, and they're really fun to hit with.